What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran giving you that Friday energy on a Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. This podcast is presented by Microsoft 365 Copilot. Before we get into today's episode, we have to talk about the thing that is keeping everyone's lives organized right now, and that is Microsoft 365 Copilot.
That is right, because what if you could add an AI assistant to your work without leaving your workflow? It's built into Microsoft Word, Excel, and Outlook. Copilot works where you work, helping you do more in the apps that you already use. In Word, Copilot helps turn scattered notes into a first draft. In Excel, it generates insight from your data. And in Outlook, it cuts through the noise to get you up to speed faster. The apps you know go further with Copilot so you can really be your most efficient self, get the most done by making sure that Copilot is helping you in all your Microsoft apps so that you can really just get the most out of your workday.
Exactly. And you can learn more at m365.com/work. Happy Wednesday, everybody. How are we feeling
Wednesday.
on this lovely day?
Wonderful.
Amazing.
I felt like, you miss one episode. It's like I haven't seen them in so long.
I know. Welcome back.
I felt like I was like, damn, I feel like I haven't seen Rhea in a while. And it was like 3 days.
I know. It's been a couple of days. How was the wedding?
Wedding was beautiful. It was so nice to see some people I haven't seen in a long time, and my beautiful friend Megan, she crushed it. She was a great bride, and she just had a baby like less than 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that she did all of this, incredible. And their family is just the cutest freaking thing ever. And it was so nice. I got to see my parents were there, and we had an absolute blast. Venue was gorgeous. I was a puddle the whole time. She surprised her mom. After she danced with her dad, she surprised her mom and brought her onto the dance floor to dance to The Best Day by Taylor Swift.
Aww.
And my God, was sobbing like a baby.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And like they were crying. I was like, oh my God, I'm crying. I was like,
That's so sweet.
And then I had to explain to my mom. My mom was like, everybody was crying. I'm like, yeah, let's go Swift. That's about her mom. I had to explain it.
Laura's like, I don't cry like that.
And she's like, I didn't get
do
it.
that.
No, it was so nice. But we had a blast. It's so funny when you're at a wedding where you are like, this is one of my best childhood friends, bridesmaid. My two other friends were, bridesmaids as well. And our husbands really just had to figure it out on their own. It was like, you guys are, we got a early wake up, enjoy the day. Like, you guys figure it out and make sure you're coming to the venue on time. Is your shirt ironed? Like all these things.
That's the way it goes.
All these things. And it can be a risk. And I was cracking up because obviously I did not have my phone in my hand, nor did any of the bridesmaids when we came out into the reception and they started to do their dances and all these things. And I'm looking over at our three husbands who have like primo real estate, got the best view of the dance, the whole thing. I look at Claire, I'm like, look at these three guys. They got the best view. I know they're taking it all in right now, but like, what? A quick video? Like something.
Snap something.
I finally like make eye contact with Joe. I'm like, take a picture. Take a picture. So then I was able to get some stuff. But no, it was so much fun. We had a really fun DJ who occasionally DJs at DJs.
Wow.
So
coming from the Jersey Shore.
He brought the party.
This was a classic Jersey wedding.
Yeah, we had a blast. Meg got light up mini handheld tambourines.
Love it.
Real smash hit.
Yeah.
Those were a ton of fun. Beautiful cocktail hour wedding. It was gorgeous. It was such a fun wedding. And we were exhausted coming out of that, but it was so much fun. So loved it.
That's amazing. Yeah. Well, welcome back. We're happy to have you back. We talked a lot on Monday about clothes and fashion and who's to say what Noah could be coming back as from London.
Are you going to up your game?
It was discussed. It was discussed.
But let's not give her anything else.
Yeah.
No, we'll do some shopping in London. We'll see.
We'll see what he comes up with. See what happens.
I expect you to come back a changed man.
Mm-hmm. No pun intended.
Yeah.
On this episode, I recorded an interview on Monday that Fran could not make, but it was with my friend Odeya, who is a lovely actress. She's been in a ton of things, and right now she's got a show on Hulu that's popping off, and we went to acting class together when we were literally children, and we have not seen each other since then. So it was really nice reuniting, reminiscing, and we talked a lot. I mean, she's worked with some of the biggest actors literally ever, which is really insane. And we were just...
I didn't say it either. That Curb Your Enthusiasm episode that she did was like, that's one of the all-time episodes too.
Yeah, it's such a good episode. And she's just been in she just worked with some of the biggest actors ever, like Meryl Streep, Timothée Chalamet, Jennifer Aniston. She's been on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Like, she has quite the resume, so it was really fun going down like memory lane with her. So that's on this episode as well. And yeah, I don't really have anything else
to listen to that.
You know, it's been one day since yesterday. I haven't really done much. Trying to think of anything else I can catch you up on. I talked about, and I'll just be repeating myself, talked about the weekend. But
you had a great dinner with Matt for
we
his
had a great
birthday.
dinner. I was pissed that the waiter suggested charred vegetables. I already talked about this on the podcast.
Yeah.
So I don't need to.
You don't want to repeat
I don't need to repeat the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, we can
Tune in to Monday's episode.
Yeah,
we can talk
friends,
off. We can talk offline.
Listen to
about
Monday's
this.
episode, and you can hear what I have to say about it.
I know. But sometimes it's like when you listen, it's like I get angry because I'm
you're
like I have
jealous?
questions.
Oh,
Like if I
you
was
wanna respond back.
there, I would have had questions for you.
You have my number.
Yeah, I know.
You can listen and
Which
text
is what
me
I'm
a
saying.
question.
I have to. Like, I'd rather just offline you. You can tell me again to my face.
You're right. I do. I didn't give you a review. I have to give you a review.
There have been times where like I talk about something on the podcast and then I'm talking to my parents like on the phone and they're like, oh, how was it? I'm like, just listen to the podcast. Like, I already told the story.
You're like, I'm tired.
Mom, I couldn't possibly tell it again.
Please, you can't recreate magic
Okay,
twice.
the only thing I'll ask was Matt surprised by the restaurant.
Yes, he was very surprised and very happy, thrilled.
Good.
All week I kept asking him where he thought we were going, and he kept naming 2 places, and this was one of them. So it was a great surprise. He was very happy. But I did not talk about Joe Jonas on Monday. I actually saved it for you to come back. So last week I went on my whole I'm a Joe Jonas stan. I'm coming out. It's a whole thing. Joe himself, Joseph Jonas. Adam, I was going to say Andrew. Joseph Adam Jonas commented on our post and said, welcome to the club. It was like a meme gif thing. And he said, welcome to the club. And my God, was I giddy. Because when he commented that.
I like that you don't act like you've met him so many times and like hosted Jonas.
He
commented.
I kept laughing because in my mind, I'm like, is Joe seeing these clips and being like, damn, all the shit we did before this, does she just not like me?
Here's the thing. I think it's like levels to this shit,
levels
right?
to
your love. There's there you go. It's a Jonas song.
Yeah.
I think that there's levels, right? I have always been a fan of the Jonas Brothers. I've always been a massive fan of the Jonas Brothers. On my childhood bedroom wall, I wrote with pen, I heart Jonas Brothers. But then pen or pencil, I don't know what it was, but I know I wrote it on my wall, and I know that was a no-no in my house.
Yep.
But then you meet someone who is an actual humongous fan that makes you think, oh my God, I don't even know what being a fan is really like.
Right.
So then it's kind of like, I like the Jonas Brothers. You lower it a little bit because you're like, oh my God, she's really a fan. Like, she's really, really a big fan, like a little scary. So I'm talking about you. So
no, I know. I'm not arguing. I mean, I'm taking it. I'm actually, I said nothing because I have nothing to say. You're right.
Right. So it's like, oh, whoa. Okay, this level of fandom.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I've always been a fan, but I've also had criticism for them as well, as you naturally do. It hadn't reached Stan level. I reached Stan level with Joe recently, where it's like all the things are clicking.
They're all
And on Friday,
firing on all cylinders.
On Friday, I'm like, oh shit, Matt, type in Joe Jonas, put on the vlogs. He's like, Joe Jonas is doing vlogs now, and honestly, we laughed because he had a new one up. And it was like an hour had been up, and it said like 4K views. And Matt was like, "Oh my God, he's doing me numbers." He was like, "What's going on here?" Which was funny. But I'm like, "Oh, let's watch the vlogs." And as we're watching the vlogs, you texted me, "New vlog drop." I said, "Honey, I'm already watching.
I got
already
it
on it." And as we're watching the vlogs,
there's a new one.
There's a new one. There's more. He just can't stop vlogging. But we're watching the vlogs, and, I'm just like, smiling ear to ear. I'm like, this guy's great, right, Matt? He's great. He's like, yeah, whatever. He's like, but, it's kind of wild. Like, it was almost like Matt was being like an online troll where he's like, where's his kids? Like, he was like, wow, all these videos back to back to back. Where's his kids at? I'm like, clearly he's got off.
Yeah.
This is what
it's mom time.
This is what they do in Hollywood. Mom's got him. And dad's got things to do, and then they
gotta
swap.
figure it out.
And they have it figured out. It's like
no parent shaming.
Right. No. And I said, this is co-parenting in Hollywood. I think they go like weeks at a time rather than like days, you know? Because like in normie life, I think people just go days. Like you get Tuesdays and Fridays, and I get the rest of the week.
Sophie keeps the kids in the UK.
Right. Right. But I'm talking like normie shit where it's like,
for sure.
You're swapping
Wednesdays
during the week.
and every other weekend.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Hollywood couples, they don't do that.
No,
it's
they
like
don't.
months.
They've got very unique setups.
So now we're going to this whole thing. I'm like, you know what? I totally forgot he had kids. I said, wow, you got me. I totally forgot he had kids.
Yeah.
You're so right. And then
Two.
Yeah, two of them, not just one.
Like pretty old at this point, right?
They're growing up.
Yeah. I mean, they're not that old.
They're older than Nick Jonas is. Like they're the oldest.
Yeah.
Other than Kevin.
Well, they're growing up, but Joe's vlogs are entertaining, and they're like, it's not high stress, It's easy lift. Easy lift to watch.
It's a little giggle. They're short.
As we're watching, I'm like, holy fuck. This is so meta. He's commenting on the video of me.
And I'm watching him
right
now.
Not to be creepo, but I'm literally watching him.
I'm watching your vlogs right now, bro.
Yeah, I was so fucking giddy. And Matt brought up a good point. He was like, they don't follow you guys? And I was like, that's such a good point. He was like, I feel like they should follow you guys. You guys show them so much support, And I'm like, you're so right. Like, I went to Joe's following because I was like, does he not even follow chicks in the office? Like, he's just scoping. He's just stalking.
Yeah.
He like keeps tabs on us, but he doesn't follow. Like, that's fucked up. He follows like Jake Shane. And I'm like, oh, he doesn't follow chicks in the office. He doesn't follow me. He doesn't follow you.
I'm not surprised by that
At least
all.
follow chicks in the office, though, bro. Like, it's honestly offensive. So I was like, wow, Matt, you brought up a great point. Kevin doesn't follow chicks in the office. Check his following. Right, I know, sure as hell Nick doesn't. But
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't
Kevin's
think
following.
I
Does
don't.
Franklin?
You guys go way back at this
We
point.
do.
It's
I'm like
2019.
That's what Matt was
2018.
saying. He was like, I just can't believe they don't follow you. And I was like, are you trying to get me against Joe right now? Because it kind of feels like you're trying to get me against Joe. It ain't gonna happen, buddy.
How many people does he follow in total, Joe?
Guys, I don't think so.
A good amount. You're telling me Kevin Jonas does not follow us?
Wait, doesn't you guys like DM, don't you?
That doesn't mean anything with following.
I don't think we've ever DM'd Joe. Oh, Kevin.
No,
You've
Kevin.
DM'd Kevin?
Yeah.
You lucky bitch.
I know. Not
You
to brag.
lucky son of a gun.
He does not.
Like, what would you guys have to do to get a follow at this point? There's nothing left.
There's nothing left to do besides
ask
beg.
him directly to his face. I don't know.
This, I guess, put out a video of us being
Yeah.
like, hey, Kevin, why don't you follow us?
He follows Barstool Sports. That's it.
Okay, well, he follows comments by celebs. Those
Yeah.
are our good pals. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
Let's see Joe Jonas's follow. Yeah, they all follow Jake Shane.
Yeah, it's a person.
You guys
We're
are people.
I know, but I don't know. I think there's something different about like following women.
Wow.
Oh. Oh, you think it's a no-fly zone?
But Joe has been single.
Well, he has a
Not
girlfriend
always.
now.
And
No, I know, but
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I
that's
think we're
not a
giving them
healthy
like
relationship. You can't follow another woman
that
that
just
you've worked
Nick
with.
Jonas a simple friend.
Nick
Yeah.
Jonas follows 552 accounts.
Well, that's
Listen,
Nick.
I never thought we'd get a follow from Nick.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
putting him in the discussion.
No.
I'm on Kevin and Joe. Nick, I won't even dare. It's like, we know we're not getting a follow from Nick. It's probably, does he follow Jake Shane too? Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
of course he does.
Oh, Nick follows Foreplay.
Okay.
Call-
Foreplay Pod,
Yeah.
Barstool.
He's in the mix.
He's okay.
Why? He's gonna follow Trent before you
well,
guys.
at least we have Frankie.
Franklin follows us. He's going by
He
Frank now.
Yeah. Franklin follows both of us
Damn.
individually.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Yes.
Nice. All right. Well, thank
But
you.
Nick, Kevin, Joe, no. Not
They don't
not
even-
chicks in the office.
And here's the thing.
Maybe they're like all these fucking pop culture posts. We don't give a shit. Also, they don't want
wanna
to see
follow the
videos of
news.
us talking about them.
But if they followed your personals, they're not gonna get that. That's just if they
Yeah, but
follow me.
I have no qualms with them not following my
Me
post. I would
too, me
never
too.
expect.
You wouldn't want to be like, wow, look.
No, I mean,
he's seen
I
our
don't
stories.
expect.
It would
What
be
are they
cool,
gonna
but
see?
I would never expect them to follow my personals.
This is what they're gonna get from me. They're gonna get a bikini pic.
Yeah.
They're gonna get pictures of me and Matt. They're gonna get some food.
Yeah.
It's like I can see.
I wouldn't be. There's nothing that I'm posting on my personal. I would think like Joe Jonas is dying to see.
I was just thinking
my Sephora sale Rex. Like
I would just say chicks in the office maybe.
Chicks in the office. Chicks
I'm
in the
more
office.
so
I could
hey,
totally
yeah.
see.
They're friends with Glenn Powell. He has no problem following you.
So true. Well, Glenn.
Yeah, but Glenn's,
let me tell you.
I mean,
Glenn's the goat.
Yeah.
And I actually have never said those words in my life.
Glenn's a goat.
Sorry, Glenn Powell's just a man of the people, and also he follows
legitimately.
1,000 plus more people than both like Kevin and Joe.
Okay, but here's the thing. Back to Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
And me calling him the goat. I've never called anybody the goat in my life.
He's goated.
Those words have never come out
Yeah.
until this very moment. And it was like almost as if I was savoring this moment to use it on someone really special.
Yeah.
And that special somebody is Glenn Powell.
Uh-huh.
You seem uninterested.
No, I was back in because you know what's always surprises me is when they follow us, but not
Yeah, that's more rare.
chicks in the office.
It's usually the other way around.
You know, like Glenn's is
Wait, he
giving us
doesn't
the
follow
nod
chicks in
on
the
a
office?
personal
Because
level.
we're friendly with Glenn.
I know.
Because we actually like Glenn is like
No,
He's the
I would
goat.
consider Glenn a friend.
no.
at
Glenn
this
is
point.
Glenn is a pal. Yeah,
He
for
is.
sure, for sure.
Glenn is a pal.
Yeah. When I go up to, I'm still unsure if I'm like annoying them when I go say hi to the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't feel that way about Glenn at all.
Yeah.
I think I could walk up to Glenn
No issue.
at any point.
No issue.
No issue.
Yeah.
Glenn follows Project Big Screen.
Glenn
No,
is a
Glenn-
man of the people.
Listen, Glenn gets it, and at a later date we could talk about this. Glenn Powell just fucking
Yeah, he
gets
does.
it. Okay.
He does.
Anyways,
So should we clip this out and like call Joe out? or
No, because that's annoying. Like I'm not, because here's the thing: if somebody did this to me, where like I'd met them a couple times, and then they were like, "Fran doesn't fucking follow me," I'd be like, "Yeah, because I didn't want to," Like it's like if I did, I'd follow.
and fair. Like if they were like, "Hey, I just don't want to,"
Yeah.
like, fine.
I know.
Well,
Well, that's what I'm saying.
it
I
was
would be
more just I understood.
That was to Noah being like, "Should we make a video?" Us being like, "You guys don't follow us."
Well, I understand he's trying to get some content.
Yeah.
Hey,
He's a producer.
clearly, hey, if you make that video, he's gonna see it clearly. Mm-hmm. The thing with Joe
Yeah,
is
see,
that
I can't
he's
handle.
so
I
online.
can't handle that though. Like then it's like it feels like a double stab in the heart.
I feel
it's like he already doesn't follow. Then we'll make a video about him not following. He'll see it and then still
Guys,
not follow.
I feel like this
I
just
feel like
got a
he'd have
little bit
some-
deeper
he'd
than
have
I was
some fun
intending.
banter.
Like this was all supposed to be like jokey.
We
and
are
it-
joking.
It feels like it's getting way deeper.
No, I'm joking. I'm saying it would it would be another level of like, if we were like, he doesn't follow us, and then he saw the video and like commented ha 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 or something, and then still didn't follow.
You know what would happen?
That's a good like. Will he?
Right,
Won't he?
it's a will they, won't they?
Yeah.
You know what would happen though if we caught a follow from them? Personally, I would watch my stories over and over and over again in the eye lens as if I'm a Jonas brother, right?
Yeah.
Like when Joe commented on that video, you know how many times I rewatched that video being like, this is what Joe saw. And I had to like, you ever do that?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
this is, you ever look at your Instagram page after someone follows you and you go, oh, this is what they saw when they followed me.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, it's a lot of pressure to know
You post a
if,
story
I know,
just
and you
for that
know
one
how, like,
person.
if the brothers are going to be like clicking your story.
Yeah, and now also too when
Noah's
you follow,
posting so many stories for like one specific person.
when you follow a new person on Instagram, the algorithm like pushes their stories to the front.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if I follow a new person, they're the first. If they post a story, I'm watching it so ridiculously fast because they push it to the front of the line.
I honestly have no shame with story watching. Like, I'll watch anybody's story within 0.2 seconds. I will.
But don't you feel like
No,
ugh.
I don't. Everyone, like,
The only person's story I watch that fast is probably yours.
Yeah, no, I watch it immediately.
Yeah,
like
'cause it's the first thing that
it's
pops
there,
up.
If it's right at the front, I'm watching it.
You're always my first
and
one.
here's the thing.
Like
I
if you post,
also-
you're my first one.
I also have no shame.
Tell me I'm your first one.
I'm your first one.
Tell me I'm your first one.
Oh, you're my first one.
thank
I
you.
promise you're my first one. I looked at all of your Sephora Rex last night.
Thank you.
You're my first one, 1,000%.
Yeah.
I'm watching you like a hawk. I'm
I know.
stalking you. I will say, I also have no shame in the game of not following somebody and clicking their story and watching. Like if I don't follow,
I do that too.
if I don't follow
Are you
someone,
talking like famous?
could be like anything.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm just gonna watch their story.
Right, because there's also like a risk of you never know what kind of person they are when it comes to looking at who's viewing their own stories. Because there's the type of people who go through the entire list of like who's looking at their stories, and some people just don't look at all. Like it's post and it's like it's gone, and they don't really look at all. So you could watch someone's story and be like, they'll never know I watched this.
I just don't care, even if they knew that I did.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I went to go look. I don't know.
Yeah, I was looking.
I heard something was
And
interesting.
by the way, you could also see, especially when there's somebody with a following or like whatever, where you have these like professional dashboards, it's like, okay, I have X amount of followers. Instagram is telling me my profile has been looked at 14 million times this month.
Right. There are people that are looking that don't follow.
That do not follow.
Yeah.
But they're looking.
Hey, you
I'll
know.
never
Hey, if you want
forget.
to toss me a follow, I'll take it.
Yeah,
But-
please.
But that's what always cracks me up is like they give you
Jonas Brothers.
They give you that massive number and then it's like, damn, none of them are following, huh?
Right. Oh, I guess it wasn't interesting enough. To be fair, we're not like big posties.
We're really not.
On
we're,
Instagram.
We're really not.
We probably should
hence
be
Why
better.
we should be better, but hence why full circle, like, I actually would prefer maybe if they didn't follow my personal, because I wouldn't really be able to live my life. Joe Jonas.
Oh, you're talking about the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a lot
like
of pressure.
every picture of Olive I post, I'd be like, fuck,
Yo, but Joe
like,
would
is
eat
this
that
a
up.
cute picture of all enough? Like, what if Joe sees it?
Joe would eat that shit up.
No, he would. He
He'd be like, that's a mad cute picture
It's
of
a really
Olive.
cute dog. I don't know.
Yeah.
You're missing out on really cute pictures.
We're missing out on cute pictures.
And what
I don't
kind
know.
of blush to wear.
I might step up my content game in Italy.
You absolutely should. Vacation's the time to do that.
Like, hey, like with like wine drunk. This is me.
Well, you'll have pictures, video, like outfits. There's just so much more to film and post when you're on vacation than there is your day to day.
Many outfits. I got so many outfits.
Hell yeah.
But here's what happens with me. When I get to the location, I go, I just want to be comfy tonight. And I told Matt this yesterday. I said, I got so many cute outfits.
Yeah.
If you hear me say one night that I just want to be comfy and I'm not dressing up, remind me of this conversation that we're having and remind me that I said I wanted to wear my cute outfits.
Yeah.
Because I do that where I'm like, you know what? I'll save this outfit. I'm done saving. This is a new thing that I'm working on. I'm done saving outfits.
Yep.
I'm just going to
Wear
wear
them.
the damn thing that I got. I
And
do
you
it
should.
all the time.
You do. And then you always send me, you're like, I bought this 2 years ago. I never wore it. You send me a picture of it. I'm like, we've had so many things you could have worn that too.
It's
Like,
ridiculous.
I'm like, there's so many times you could have put that dress on. It's so cute. Why haven't you worn it
No,
yet?
it's so stupid. I am literally a whore for
Yeah.
saving outfits and not wearing them. Even the simplest. I got a new pair of track pants the other day.
Yeah.
Okay, they're track pants. They're not. They're just.
Where were they from?
Dairy
Aritzia?
Boy.
Oh.
They're just track
I
pants.
saw some Aritzia ones I liked.
No, these are like they're like sport. They're like
Yeah,
that kind of material.
the athletic
They're
material.
true athletic track pants. Okay. I said, I looked at them. They're brand new. I said, I'm gonna save these. And then I said, why the fuck?
Yeah.
What am I saving these
Yeah.
for? I'm gonna wear them on Saturday morning to go get a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Because it's like I'm always saving my
It's so
outfits
interesting.
for
I'm
what?
the complete opposite. Like when new clothes are being purchased, I want to wear them all immediately.
Yeah, that's what I should be doing. Instead,
Yeah.
I'm just re-wearing old outfits all the time when I have new clothes that need to be seen.
Yep.
I got this one dress that I got last summer from Rag & Bone. It hasn't seen the light of
My
day.
God, have I heard about this Rag & Bone dress?
One more time.
The amount of times Ria's texting me, I think I might wear the Rag & Bone dress. I know exactly what the dress is. The dress has still not been worn. And I'm like, shows, events, whatever. She's like, could be the night for the Rag & Bone dress?
And it's the most simple dress. And the amount of times I've texted Fran that I'm wearing
Yeah.
this dress and I don't.
And then you don't.
It's in the suitcase, packed.
Oh,
for
good.
Italy.
Thank God.
It's there. It'll depend on the
Yeah,
weather.
yeah.
I don't know. It's like more of like a summer thing. Who knows? I got it last summer. I still haven't worn it.
Yep.
God. And it fits my body just right. But still, I just can't. This is a lesson
Yeah.
that I am teaching myself right now.
Yeah, I
To
do
just-
get it in the
to
sense
just wear
of
the thing.
where you want to wear it, like the dress has to match the event.
Right. No, for sure. But there's even like shirts or I'm like, oh, save this. What are you saving it for? Live your life.
No, yeah, you're right. You're right.
You're saving it for life.
There's no reason
Today, tomorrow,
There's-
next week.
There's no reason track pants should be saved.
No.
Like a nice
No.
dress,
Yeah.
okay, sure.
No, track pants.
But a new pair of track pants, wear them.
Because I was like, oh, I'll wear these for recording one day. I could rewear them.
Yeah. Yeah, you could.
I wore them on Saturday. I'll rewear them probably the week we come back.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it.
Sorry. I know that there are people out there that can relate to this sort of thing where you get some, you go, oh, I'm saving this. I'm saving this. I'm
course.
saving this.
Of course, especially if it's a higher ticket number, you're like, But it's meant to be worn and meant to be seen.
So, yeah, I'm excited for that. Leaving tomorrow. Whoop, whoop. All right, let's get into the rest of the show.
Yep.
We are going to be talking about Wes's apology, or not apology. I mean,
It
it
wasn't
wasn't
really
an
an
apology.
apology. It was just like, I think he couldn't really keep recording his podcast without addressing it.
Yeah, I don't know why I worded it as apology.
Yeah,
but
there was no
no. It was
Not really an
a
apology.
statement.
Yeah.
Addressing
West Talks.
West Talks. Yeah.
He could rename the podcast if you want.
West Talks.
West Talks.
On his
Or
podcast.
like West Pouts.
West Pouts.
Who's West?
No, I'm saying West Pouts.
Who's
I know.
West Pouts?
Was he pouting?
Yeah, he was pouting the whole time.
Oh.
I'm not saying it's a person. Why are you saying who's West Pouts?
No, because I haven't heard anyone being like he was pouting.
Yeah, he was like trying to that's what everything I'm seeing online is like look at him like trying. Why?
We're like West
Rhea,
Pouts.
who's West Pouts? Who's West Pouts?
I just got really stuck there.
No,
my brain, I kept going like this, like, who's West Pouts?
Yeah.
I was twitching.
Yeah.
I guess it was a bad joke
Well, West
it was a
Talks
good
was
joke.
a callback.
to Jed Talks.
Jed Talks.
Yeah.
And I feel like,
And then Noah was like
No,
more
it-
like West Pouts because he's all Mr. Pouty Pants.
and I was
Yeah.
like,
I literally just saw a meme just now.
oh,
about
so
him.
you took a meme.
No, it's been like everyone be like, this is classic West. Like he's gonna cry like and try to make people feel bad for him. West Pouts.
I don't really think he was doing any of that. He was just like being evasive.
He was
That
like
his
this.
saying
overall,
nothing.
here's the thing,
Someone
his
just said he was doing the
overall-
Ariana Grande like this.
His
while he sang.
overall tone
fair.
is pouty.
No, for sure.
Just take
It
it out
is.
of me, guys, not her.
West Pouts. That one's gonna stick with me. I don't know what happened there.
I don't know.
Who's West?
West Pouts. Could be a name.
I was thinking of like Will Poulter.
Yeah, right.
I don't know why. I was like, West Pouts. What is this? What is this deep layered joke I'm not getting? Turns out it was like a
Yeah,
pretty surface
like
level joke. You were
Wesley
just saying-
Snipes.
He was just saying that West Pouts.
Yeah. He's just saying he was pouting. That's all. And you know what? He was pouting. So
Yeah. All right, ground baking.
Yeah.
ground baking.
Ground baking. We're ground baking.
we're baking from the ground up.
That's actually a pretty good name, like for a show. Like, welcome to ground baking.
For a baking like
Like
competition
for a baking show or something.
Yeah, it would. It is. It is.
Yeah.
Baking shows love baking puns. So, oh my God! so wait,
Baking puns. Making puns.
baking. Did I say baking puns? That's the pun in
Wait,
itself.
were you
Baking-
saying baking shows like baking puns? Or
yeah.
were you saying they like making puns?
No, I meant to say they like baking puns.
You said that.
like puns about baking.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
you were like, oh,
Making
baking shows
puns.
like making puns.
No.
but you
I meant
said baking-
specifically about baking.
Got it.
Yeah.
Ground baking.
They like making buns.
Come in here. Come on. Right here. Right here. Knuckle sandwich.
Did you see who won TOC?
I did.
I was happy.
Yo, me too. Although
Proud of him, my guy.
I was really upset about the round before.
On which side?
Both.
Both.
Like,
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
Jet
Yeah.
and Kenny.
Yeah.
I wanted them.
No, I was very upset for Jet. I mean,
this poor guy. I said
and
he's
the
like
poor-
Duke.
So it really is.
He just loses in the
it's
end
just
every time.
so upsetting because he like and he's like, I'll go home. I'll talk to my wife. I'll cry. I'll go to therapy, and then I'll come back and do it all over again. It's like, what a vicious cycle this guy's in. Can't make
Right.
it past the final four.
No, he can't.
7 seasons later.
It's tough.
At what point did they just rig it for him, you know?
I thought this was the year.
I thought this was the year too.
The way they were
Same.
talking, it totally seemed
I
like this was
really
the
did.
year.
I said the same to Joe. I was like, I just feel like this is the year they're gonna set it up for Jet.
And nope, not quite. Well, anyways, Wes pouting.
Yeah.
Alex Cooper is apparently the new Ellen DeGeneres.
Is she the Ellen, or is Matt
Matt Kaplan
Kaplan the Ellen? It might
Matt
be Matt Kaplan.
DeGeneres.
And Alex could be one of the sidekicks that was
Right.
on, you know.
Portia.
Yeah.
They're modern day Portia and Ellen.
Portia and Ellen. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And Sydney Sweeney was cut from Devil Wears Prada, and we got the Devil
Big
Wears
premiere
Prada
in New York.
which was fabulous.
Fabulous.
People were looking fab.
Yep.
And we have the interview with Odeya. So let's get into it.
It's time to talk about some game day vibes for a second, because Truly is fully in their era right now. They're the official hard seltzer of U.S. soccer, which honestly just makes sense. And they've got these packs that are perfect for watching with friends, like the Star Squad pack and the Wild Berry. So many good flavors, and it's just easy. You bring it and everyone's happy. The flavors are super refreshing, very fruity, very drinkable, and you're not getting that heavy feeling after a couple. It's only 100 calories and 1 gram of sugar, so you can actually hang, keep watching, keep chatting, keep everything going. And we love that there's so much variety, because not everyone wants the same thing. And Truly just always has all the options. It's kind of the ideal thing to show up when you're watching a game or just hanging out. We got a big summer coming up, so maybe you're going to some watch parties, hanging out with friends, the official hard seltzer of U.S. soccer, to cheer them on and get going. So grab a Truly Star Squad pack or a Wild Berry pack for your next watch party and keep the vibes going.
West pouts, period. That's all I have to say.
West pouts.
So he went on his podcast and he addressed the situation. He said, and this is what people are stuck on, and I'm sort of stuck on this as well.
Yeah, fair.
Girl Boss Town made a video and was like, I need this specifically addressed at the reunion. He said it maybe got a little bit more serious in February, but he also said that it started in February. So people are like, okay, well, if it got more serious in February, then it must have started before February, or did it start and get serious within the same month? On top of that, Amanda and Ciara did Watch What Happens Live together in February. The Super Bowl was in February. All of these things adding up. He commented on Ciara's picture, holy frick, in March. It's like, it's just the timeline is obviously, they got to get their story straight before they go to the reunion, but hitting it with a maybe got a little bit more serious in February, but also saying it started in February. That's why people are stuck on.
And
They're
being
like,
adamant there's no overlap. Like
Right.
he started being like, I want to 100% say there was no overlap.
Right.
Everyone was single.
and I do believe everyone was single.
Yeah.
But I think when you say that something maybe got more serious in February, people are like, well, if it got more serious in February, did something happen before February?
Right.
Because did it start and get serious in the same month then? Like,
Yeah,
what's the dealio?
he needs to clarify that statement, because is it like, oh, Amanda moved out and started going out more and they were all hanging out as like friends, so maybe they were getting closer, and then in February they hooked up and things
Well, you're giving
escalated.
him the script now,
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I am.
you know?
Yeah. Imagine. He's like, so after Amanda moved out, we started hanging out together a lot as friends. And then one night, things just took a turn. But yeah, that's definitely where people want some clarification. He said Amanda's phone number somehow got leaked. He said she's taken the brunt of it more than him. It should be him, not her. Someone texted her, she's a home wrecking whore, which is factually inaccurate.
Right. That's that.
You know?
Name calling doesn't fit this.
Yeah. However, like, terrible friend, treasonous friend. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Like going behind. Oh, and we watched this week's Summer House, which you guys all, it aired Tuesday night. So spoiler, I think literally everyone's watching Summer House live right now, but if you're not, this is from Tuesday's episode. It's fucking crazy to see these three talk. Like, and I know Andy's been teasing the episodes, and he was talking about this when he was like, watch this with one eye open, like, and you're like, yeah, you're cringing the whole time, because Amanda's like riding so hard for Ciara at the beginning. The episode starts and she's like, you don't get the respect that you deserve from people. Like, people do not respect you enough. And it's like, my Lord, the call is coming from inside the house.
It is.
Like, it was crazy to watch. And it only got crazier watching Sierra really open up to West. At the end of the episode, they cry, like basically are crying together.
It is a crazy episode to watch just from now the lens of knowing what happened, because even Wes and Amanda meet up and have a conversation about what he's doing to Sierra, and Amanda seems genuinely upset for Sierra.
And like conflicted, because she's like, you're being so nice to me as a friend, but like, why can't you treat Sierra with that same respect?
Right, and to see her go so hard for Sierra, and you're like, wait, but how did this turn into that? And then to watch the conversation between Sierra and West, and what would maybe be an incredibly heartwarming scene to watch has now turned into a heart-wrenching scene, knowing what's to come, because you see Sierra be so open. She's like, can we just go back to being best friends? Literally broke my heart.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll be your best friend tomorrow. Big fat hug. And then we see the trailer for next week. And it seems like things get flirty again. He's kissing. West is like the touchiest fucking guy of all time. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I talked about this on Monday. It's like, in no world.
Yeah.
This man is so fucking touchy. It's crazy. He's got always grabbing the women's hair, kissing their foreheads and shit. It's like, whatever. But anyways, so we got.
It's just so hard to be friends with someone like Sierra. It's got to be so. Had to have been so hard for Sierra, because she wanted to put up a boundary with him. She finally lets it down and is like, I do want to be friends. However, the way that West shows friendship can be really misinterpreted. And so it's like, she had these feelings for Wes that are obviously like still kind of there. Mm-hmm. So it's like, oh, if Wes is in the mindset of now like, I can go back to like being my touchy friendly self like I do with all the other girls with Sierra. It's like, it just sends mixed signals, and it's inappropriate.
Why is he so touchy? It's like,
I don't know, but he clearly does. I mean, he's fucking pulling Bailey's hair. Like, I don't know. He's rubbing them all. It seems like he's a touchy guy.
He's just very touchy. It's weird, but I feel like now we're seeing a trailer, and then we see like Amanda get worked up in the trailer about them going more than friends. So
like all of a sudden it was like she wanted them to be friends. Then she was like, does it seem like it's moving too fast?
Right.
Which is fair. Like, she could definitely be concerned for her friend at that time. It just is bonkers that it moved at the pace that it did. I think unintentionally there's some things that really make you scratch your forehead, like that really make you think, because it probably wasn't that way. But in this different lens, it changes everything. Like, Amanda not showing up this weekend on the show is like, oh, if none of this shit happened, it would have been so clear. Like, the Kyle stuff's catching up to her. She's putting on this big fake I'm a good wife smile, even though she's miserable. And like, that would have been the conversation. But because of this, it's like, oh, was there something going on and she didn't want to be around West and Sierra? So
right, that's what the conversation has turned into.
It makes you question absolutely everything. And my God, my heart hurt for Sarah talking to Wes like that, because I was like, here, she's finally being vulnerable, and they're having this conversation that they have needed to have for a while, and being honest to each other and sharing their feelings, and like seem to get to a good place, and bam. He even went to Sierra's birthday.
He did. We talked about that on Monday. My heart really does break for Sierra, and watching last night's episode was just incredibly uncomfortable, and sort of how Andy worded it. It's like you're watching with one eye open because you know what's to come. And I feel like it is big when Sierra gets to the point that she can be so open about her feelings, and she has been so open, especially this season. And I just struggle sometimes watching Wes right now in this season, because I cannot imagine how he's going to handle himself at the reunion, because he can't seem to like answer a question straight on. He is very, very uncomfortable with awkwardness. He said that himself. Sierra said she's okay with awkwardness. He's clearly not. And so this reunion is just going to be so incredibly uncomfortable, because I feel like when he's put on the spot, like cannot answer give a straight answer.
Yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to go.
Or like be bold with his answers and emotions. Like, it's always like kind of like what's the word? Like hide, like turtling kind of into his shell.
He cowers.
He cowers. Yes, that's the word. Where it's like not direct eye contact, kind of looking away, slow talking, thinking
I also think
about what he wants to say.
Yeah, I also think he's like says what the other person wants to hear. Sometimes not necessarily like there were some things he said to Sierra in that conversation where I thought to myself, does he really mean this?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he's like, I'm like, I want to go back to that too. Like, obviously, you know, and you're like, well, is it obvious?
Right.
I don't know.
You texted me this too, and I thought it was a good point when he was like, I see you more now. And it was like, she has been saying the words over and over again, I want him to see me. And it kind of felt like he like threw that in because it was like the words she wanted to hear.
I couldn't believe it. He said, I see you more. I said, oh, West, you can't be saying shit like that. And then you start hooking up with Amanda.
No, it's...
You just, you're hitting her with an I see you, and you go and you started hooking up with her best friend.
And those words are so important
Oh
and
my
impactful to
God.
Sierra. So it just hits a lot, and it's crazy. Moving on, because we'll have more to discuss, because I think that the reunion is being filmed at the end of this week.
Do we know that? I don't know. It has to be.
A couple people DM saying a specific date this week, so I feel like maybe that was the rumblings. I guess it has to be.
Right, and we probably have like 3-ish episodes left, so that would make sense just like timeline-wise of when they do it. Wes did say on the podcast that he reached out to a bunch of castmates and like hasn't heard back from all of them. And KJ got on Threads. He was like, I didn't get a text. So it's just like there's just like I think there's going to be a lot of discourse from within the cast. Like the cast is going to have a lot to say.
They are, and I can't imagine them discussing much else of what happened this season.
I know.
You know what I mean? It feels like it's just going to be about this.
I did see a video of like someone saying who's better at getting out of the hot seat on reunions than Kyle Cook. Like, he's just evaded the hot seat so many different reunions because other shit has happened. When this would have been the reunion where, like, holy shit, like, everyone would have crushed Kyle for his behavior and everything that was going down, and knowing that him and Amanda are separated now, like, it just would have been such an explosion on Kyle. And I laughed because Paige liked the Instagram video that I saw too, where it was like, anyone better at getting out of the hot seat than Kyle Cook. And once again, he's going to be on the offense.
So true. He liked our video yesterday of me talking about Amanda and Wes at the Yankee game.
New bestie?
Yeah, you know, I'm like... By the way, I think I've said yo a million times on this episode.
Bro. Yo,
I think I've said bro,
goat.
Yo, goat. I don't know what kind of energy I'm bringing today, but I think it's my new sneakers.
It's the hat. It's the Marty Supreme hat.
Yeah, I think it's
a Chalamet.
It's the Chalamet energy. I'm channeling Timothy Chalamet today, I guess.
Speaking of Chalamet, did you see that he skipped the first Knicks game they won, and then he went last night and they lost?
Ooh.
He might need to bring Kylie Jenner.
Kylie was a good luck charm.
Damn.
That was a really bad loss.
Terrible. I was surprised he skipped the first game to like be partying in Miami. It's unlike him.
Skip it, tabs. I can't believe he's partying in Miami.
No, because I said, where is he?
I'm really disappointed in Timothy's behavior.
No, I thought he was a real fan. You got Ben Stiller would never miss a game.
Maybe he had some. We don't know.
He was at 11. Come on.
Maybe it was like
he?
I think he was. Yeah, I think at one of those clubs in Miami.
Well, he was at one of those nightclubs.
One of those clubs. 11's a big difference. The big difference between 11 and some of the other ones.
I think I saw 11.
Listen.
Okay, well, look. Maybe it was one of his
11 parties at 11 without Kylie Jenner.
Maybe it was one of his Maybe it was one of his bros' birthdays.
Yeah, I can't imagine a world like where Kylie Jenner is like mad that Timothy Chalamet's going to 11.
No. I'm more mad about the Knicks thing.
Yeah, Kylie's more like, hey, you got to get to the Knicks game with me because we need them to win.
Yeah. It's time to say goodbye to scratchy toilet paper and hello to clean with perfectly moist, actually cleansing Goodwipes. Goodwipes is actually flushable. It's made with plant-based fibers so they can break down easily, and it's made for sensitive skin. Clean ingredients, so it's safe, because a lot of other wipes cause that irritation. It hurts. It's not fun. Goodwipes are extremely gentle, and they are super soft. They feel so much better than other wipes. They have that amazing soft texture and no greasiness or weird film, so they really beat that dry, scratchy toilet paper. Goodwipes and Olipop have teamed up to launch a Walmart exclusive booty wipe. It's the gut and butt collab that just makes sense. Your very own peachy clean dream team. So treat your butt as good as your gut. You can only find this new collab at Walmart. Head to Walmart to grab the Goodwipes and Olipop Peaches and Cream wipes. Your peach will thank you. Grab the new Peaches and Cream or any other Goodwipes item at Walmart so you can upgrade your restroom routine and see how it feels to actually be clean. Buy any 2 packs of Goodwipes at Walmart or walmart.com, text them your receipt, and get reimbursed almost immediately for one of them. For more details, just go to goodwipes.com/CITO. Again, that's goodwipes.com/CITO. Just snag a free pack of Goodwipes at Walmart.
Moving on to Portia and Ellen, Matt Kaplan and Alex Cooper. It's ridiculous.
It actually is, but the idea of like down the line that Alex and Matt Kaplan would just like move to some like beautiful ranch in California, never to be seen again, and then potentially to the UK. Like
I was gonna say, didn't they move to the UK?
Didn't she come back already?
I don't know.
think she came back.
Well, after everything happened with the show, they moved to like or they were in some new house or something, that whatever. But yeah, so there's a big Bloomberg article that came out about the inner workings of Unwell, and there's been some rumors for a while that things have not been great. And this Bloomberg article came out that apparently he's berating people. He even brought someone to tears. There's this in this Bloomberg article. Matt Kaplan reportedly oversees day-to-day operations at Unwell in his role as CEO. He has outbursts that has led crews to threaten to quit on the spot during filming and live tours. In one alleged incident, Matt brought a staffer to tears when he, quote, berated the staff on set and threatened to prevent them from ever working in Hollywood again if they messed up. Crew members allegedly filed formal complaints threatening to quit if Matt didn't clean up his act. The report also says that there's a lot of staff turnover at Unwell, with the company's head of brand marketing, head of the network, and chief growth officer leaving in the past year. So a lot going on. There's a lot in the world right now of Alex Cooper.
You know what's so crazy? Like, you never want to read the word outburst with that, right? Because like outburst, and then also with the threatening of never working in Hollywood again. Like, that is like, because here's the thing, like, obviously
Doesn't he just kind of like look like the kind of
that he
would
looks
say that.
Yeah. So the thing is,
You'll never work in this town again, honey.
you looked me so dead in the eyes. I thought I would never work in Hollywood again. I was like, fuck, I'm fired. I felt like an Unwell employee and you were Matt Kaplan.
Yep.
I was going to say, like, okay, so here at Barstool, obviously, like, Dave is not your traditional boss, and a lot of people have a lot to say about that, the way that he, like, talks so openly to employees, right?
Yeah.
But he does it so openly that it's like everybody...
Right, he'll do it live on air.
It's like live on air, and everybody knows what they're getting when they, like, come to work here, is that, like, you know that you are signing up to basically, like,
Kaplan's doing it behind closed doors.
To fight with Dave on camera.
Yeah.
Matt Kaplan is threatening your status in Hollywood behind closed doors, and that is a no-go.
No, it's shady. It's also so interesting to me because you did kind of get a sense that maybe something was up. There was, of course, a twist to it in what was put into the show, but when Alex did the doc and they were following the live tour and everything, you watched the guy who was like in charge. I don't know if it was like the production manager or whatever, but of the live show, threatened to quit like in the 23rd hour before the first show, and he kind of had to be like talked off the ledge. So now, sort of looking at that in a different lens, you're like, ooh, what really was going on there? Because in the show, you sort of see Alex be like, I'm very particular. I know how I want things done. If I was a guy, I'd be a boss, but since I'm a woman, then that just makes me a bitch. Like, and that is so true that there are so many instances where that happens. And it's like, no one has not been saying that about Alex Cooper in the last couple of weeks too. It's like repeatedly savage businesswoman, like wants to, make money and be head honcho, all these things. So then you just see sort of like what's going on behind the scenes. And the fact that there's a lot of turnover is not great. And when that happens, honestly, a lot of times it really is like there's one bad egg who gets all these people to leave. And I don't, is it Portia or is it Ellen? I don't know. Like, you're not quite sure where it's coming from, United Front or whatever. Yeah. But when it rains, it pours. So it's like the Cooper and Earl stuff happens. There was the rumors about Unwell. Now everyone's really, 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 really digging into the Unwell stuff and making that like a bigger story.
Yeah, and any media outlet who has any insight on what's going on Unwell, this is kind of the perfect time for them to put this out there because they know that there's eyes on it and they have this information. They're like, all right, well, we know that there's a lot of shit going on with the employees at Unwell, so let's get this article out there because it's clicks and it's whatnot. But yeah, honestly, this is no good if there's a lot of shit that's happening behind the scenes. There's been people who have been reposting stuff on TikTok that have worked at Unwell, that have reposted, stories.
It really is so fascinating to me because if you just look at the trajectory of what some of these shows that they've acquired and things, it's just like, where are they? Like you wonder what power is getting pushed behind these other shows that aren't Call Her Daddy, because you hear about all these other shows, but you just don't see as much of it. And it's like, where's the disconnect here?
Yeah, I mean, I guess in a way, though, and I don't know, because it's two media companies that I'm talking about here. Yeah. Like at Barstool, there are plenty of shows that maybe people don't, they have a select fan base that people know where they are, and they're not like the ginormous shows. Yeah. So maybe that is happening at Unwell, and we're kind of like, oh, where are these shows? But there are people that are listening to them, but we're not the audience. So I think that's also...
That's fair. I just think like maybe Unwell sells a little bit more of a dream of like...
Yeah, totally. That could totally be the case.
You'll be massive if you come here.
Right. Whereas like when you're more upfront about like, hey, it's up to you here. Like, you know, that sort of thing. Yeah. So very, very interesting. And I'm sure more will come out as we unfold this Alex Cooper drama. And then on top of that, The Devil Wears Prada 2 is right around the corner, coming out May 1st on that Friday. And we had the premiere in New York City. Everyone looked fabulous. It was amazing to see everyone get dressed up to the nines. I felt like the dress code was very glamour. We had people in long black gowns, red gowns, very like
a lot of black and red.
A lot of black and red on that theme of The Devil Wears Prada. Anne Hathaway looked gorgeous. Meryl Streep, Emily Blunt.
I loved Emily Blunt's dress.
Stunning.
Obsessed.
That was a standout.
And you know who really showed up and he dressed for the occasion to support his wife, John Krasinski.
Mm-hmm.
He looked fantastic. As well.
They were showstoppers.
And Mr. Tucci.
Yes. Well, of course.
Always dapper.
I've been looking into his Rex a little bit. Oh, yeah. Because of course.
Yeah.
But on top of that, Hannah and Paige... Hannah just posted on Instagram. They had like a 3-second cameo she wrote. They looked fabulous.
They did. I loved their dresses.
Very similar dress to Anne Hathaway, which I thought was so interesting.
And is there anything? I don't know if there's anything better or worse because it's like, oh my God, I had the same idea as Anne Hathaway, which is like what a compliment. Like she's such a style icon. But at the same time, you're like, oh my God, I had the same idea as Anne Hathaway. It's her movie.
Right. Like, oh my God, she's the fucking star.
Yeah. Where it goes both ways, where you're like, holy shit. But they both looked gorgeous. The silhouette was stunning. Anne was in a red dress and Paige's was black, but very, like the drop waist and the strapless. And but both, stunning. Really absolutely gorgeous. Stunning. Anne looked beautiful. She's world's most beautiful. She's cover star of the People mag, talking about a lot recently. Meryl Streep is stunning. This was a big one too, where I think it's such a fun one to dress up for, and all the New York City influencers and TikTokers, like so many people were invited to go, which I love seeing everybody's dresses. Specifically, I loved Acquired Styles. Did you see hers?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God, I gotta show it to you. It was gorgeous. Like black, skin tight, like sort of mermaid with a big skirt. It had bows all down the front. It was really pretty. It just seemed to really, like when someone nails the assignment of like what the movie is, what the premiere is, I love it. And Kate Bartlett as well. She wore this like gorgeous red gown. Loved. with like a red lip, just perfection. Really, really, really good. So I love seeing what everybody wears and the fun. And there's so many cameos that are allegedly in this movie, but one that got cut was Sydney Sweeney's. Allegedly for a creative decision at the last minute.
And honestly, it kind of leads into the interview with Odeya where she talked a lot about how you literally don't know if you make a movie or a TV show until it comes out.
Yeah, it was
because you could
crazy.
film an entire thing and it's all gone.
You'd be like,
or you
sorry.
can get cast and then the night before they recast you.
Yeah.
And we talked all about that in the interview. So it's kind of a nice lead-in because it seems like that happened with Sydney Sweeney here. And
Perfect. Well, we'll get into that.
We'll get into it. And I can't wait for The Devil Wears Prada too. I think
Same,
it'll
I'm
be
so
a fun
excited.
movie. And that wraps up the topics.
This episode is brought to you by Noble, Barstool's favorite footwear brand. Noble is a brand known for their best-in-class footwear, and they're everywhere right now, walking around New York City, at the airport, walking the dog, wherever I go. There are so many cute styles and colors, and they look good casual, sporty, dressed up, and they just dropped their newest daily runner, the Journey 2. This is Noble's daily running shoe with an emphasis on comfort, support, and dependability. So it's soft where you want and structured where you need it. You can take it outside for a run, a walk. The Journey 2s are made to move your way. They are so great. I put those on when I know I'm taking Olive out for a really long walk and I want to make sure I have comfort and support. So exclusively for Chicks in the Office listeners, Noble is offering 35% off your first order. Visit nobleproject.com and use code CHICKS for 35% off your entire first order. That's www.nobulproject.com and use code CHICKS for 35% off.
All right, everyone, we are here with a very special guest. We are joined by Odeya Rush, here to talk about her new show, just finished up, Memory of a Killer, Corporate Retreat coming out, and also one of my friends from my childhood acting days that everyone loves to hear about. And now you can back up that you actually saw me at the classes.
Yeah. I mean, we were kids. We were like 14. And that was like not a legit acting class, I will say.
I thought she was like critically acclaimed.
She was amazing, but it was in her living room, and we did take like an hour snack break, which is not what you do in a class.
It's so true because she's the one who taught me frozen grapes, like to freeze my grapes.
Exactly. That's what you learned in the class.
And there's also like, we were younger, we were like 14.
Yeah.
But we were in class with a lot of older individuals.
We were in the master class.
Yeah.
No?
No big deal.
we were.
Yeah. It was just me and you though, like as the youngest. And you're, like sometimes I'm gonna look at you, I'm like, what's it like living my dream? Like you actually got the parts. You were in class bringing your scripts.
Yeah.
And you made it happen.
Thank you. Thank you. So I don't know what else to say. Thank you.
It really is so cool. You've done a lot of amazing projects. Most recently, Memory of a Killer on Hulu with Patrick Dempsey, which is huge.
Yeah.
How did you feel getting a show like that, especially with Patrick?
I've been wanting to do TV for a while. My entire career, I've only done movies, and I think that's, when I started out, movies were the thing, and then the last few years, I think TV is the same level as movie. It's become, such high level stuff. So it's so weird. I feel like I manifested it. I had visions for like a year that I was waking up like in a modern apartment in Toronto for a long time. I wanted many specific things. I wanted to do a show I like. I wanted to do a job for a long time because I kind of wanted the security, because movies max, 3 months. So I really feel like I manifested. I wanted like this exact specific thing. So when it happened, it was crazy, but I was always like, I also knew it,
Yeah, you knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, your first roles were like Curb Your Enthusiasm and Law and Order, right?
Yeah, which every New York actor does. You have to do Law and Order.
Except me.
Yeah.
I didn't get the call for that one.
Yeah.
No, not quite. But you
you
did.
will one day.
No, I've given it up. I do this now. This is what I'm doing.
Yeah, you're good at it though.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But Curb Your Enthusiasm was so cool because I feel like, especially at the age that you did it, being on like an older show, was that kind of the moment you were like, oh, this is going to be a thing for me. Like this is going to be my career.
Yes. I mean, that show was so sick because the guy that directed it was Larry Charles, who directed Borat.
Yes.
So for me, and I didn't really watch Curb because I was 13, but then I remember I went to, it wasn't Blockbuster, it was like another kind of video store down the street for me, and I got I got like season 5 and season 6, and I watched it, and I'm like, I'm genuinely a fan of this, and it's all improv, which I think is like kind of hard for a kid. So I was like, okay, I did this, it gave me a lot of confidence that I could pull that off and work with such big people,
That is so much pressure as a kid to be like, all right, here's the gist. Now just do some improv.
Yeah. Also, the funny thing is, it was one of my first auditions, and my dad I used to live in Jersey. So my dad would drive me into the city, and like there's no parking. So I just go upstairs, and he'd like make loops around the block. And the way the audition went is, in the waiting room, they gave you like a strip of paper, and they're like, this is the scenario. And the scenario was, pretend you're playing strip poker, but you keep winning. And I'm 13, so I call my dad. I'm like, oh, Abba, like, what's strip poker? And he was like, what's happening?
What are they doing to you up there?
This is a child. I knew I shouldn't have put her in this. But they talked to him. They're like, don't worry, she's winning the whole time. So it's fine.
Like, actually, she's great at poker.
She's amazing. She's a genius. And she's not taking off her clothes at 13.
That is so cool. But I feel like the classes that we went to at Ann's kind of like prepared for moments like that, because it was more mature. I mean, I tell a story, and I've told it on this podcast a ton, but people may have not heard it. Matthew Daddario,
Oh, yeah.
So he was in our class.
Yes.
And there was one night, and it was around Christmas, and we never did commercial acting, but around Christmas, there was one class we did commercials. And nobody showed up because it was like break.
I didn't even know about this.
Yeah, nobody showed up this week besides me and Matt Daddario.
Yeah.
And I'm 13 at the time.
Yeah.
And Anne hands me a clementine, and she's like, do you know like what an orgasm is? And I was like, yeah, like from what my 13-year-old brain could like put together, but like, no. She's like, okay, so I want you to like eat each piece of the clementine. I want it to be like a bigger and bigger orgasm. And I
you're a child.
No, I'm a child.
Yeah.
And may she rest in peace now.
Not okay.
No, but it was, and Matt Daddario like kept looking away because he was obviously uncomfortable.
Obviously,
yeah. He was just like, and Anne was like, no, look at her. She's doing a great job. And like, here I am, like 13 years old, faking an orgasm with a clementine. So the classes were like, weirdly mature.
She was I think she was like 90 when she was teaching the class, and she just came from a time where like at 13 you get married kind of thing. You know what I mean? She's like, well, you're a woman.
Child bride, like you're grown.
It's time to get married and start a family. And I remember too, she loved, and I think she did this to you too, she loved doing that scene in August Osage County where like we'd sit on the ground and there was a creepy older guy behind us. It was her favorite scene. She's like, do the scene.
Yes. There were a lot of things like that where it was very adult. I remember, this is funny, we both were auditioning for the same role at some point. We came in to work on the scene. And
competition.
Yeah. And I brought cigarettes because my mom, because that's what the person was doing the scene. And I remember Anne was like, give her your cigarette. And I was like, my mom's still waiting for Odeya to return her cigarette to her.
Yeah, I got you.
$16 a pack, okay?
And now it's 22.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
okay, now
it went up.
You grew up.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but you went from Law and Order, Curb Your Enthusiasm, and then your first movie, was it Odd Life or The Giver?
It was The Odd Life of Timothy Green. Such a cute movie.
So cute. It's on Disney Plus now, I think.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I was still in public school when I did that movie. I went for like 3 months, and then, I think that was so cool. I did so well in school because they give you a private teacher, and they kind of give you the answers too. So I remember I came back like straight A's. I'm like, I did a movie. You know?
No big deal.
No big deal.
And then you go to The Giver, which huge movie.
So
Meryl Streep. And then you went on this little press run where you were like besties with Taylor Swift. Can we discuss that? Because I have told many people that you were best friends with Taylor Swift.
This was definitely a one-sided friendship, I would say.
But the pictures online exist. If you look up Odeya
She invited
Rush,
me to some stuff. But I think she was just a really, like, she's just so nice. So, and she could tell I was such a big fan. The dynamic was kind of like, have you been to camp?
Yes, like
Okay.
cheerleading.
Okay, well, I don't know if they had this dynamic there, but like when you're like 13 and there's like an 18-year-old counselor
Yes.
that you're obsessed with, and you think, and like you go home and you tell all your friends that you have this 18-year-old friend, and she's like doesn't know your name. So I was Taylor. She was just so nice, like genuinely so nice, and I think it was. At the time, too, she was, like, doing these, like, the 4th of July gathering, which was so sweet of her to invite me to. But, yeah, it was, it's pretty embarrassing.
So you went to the Rhode Island house.
I did.
You
I
were
did
at one
that.
of those big 4th of July parties.
I was
Her
never
favorite
invited
holiday.
again. But I did go, and I did tell every person I met about it. Because it's such a flex, you know.
And then you were doing press, and you were like, she's my best friend.
I said that on the news. Taylor Swift is my best friend. I did say that. But I was 16 and I was excited.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize what friendship really I didn't realize it takes time. I didn't realize it has to be a mutual thing.
Yeah, but now being invited to her Rhode Island house, you were like, okay, we're friends enough. You know,
Yeah,
that
I'm
works.
close enough because the people there were the people there were so cool, you know.
Because that was like around, I think, the era of like the Bad Blood music video, maybe.
I think so.
It was like,
yeah.
ooh, am I going to get the call up to be in the music video?
By the way, did not get the call. Did not get the call. But she was like, I don't know, she was so nice and I was such a big fan. So in my head, I think I just jumped to we're best friends.
Right.
You know.
Right. Now there are rumors that she's getting married the 4th of July weekend, and that's like
Not
what.
invited.
No, you didn't catch that invite.
Did not catch that. I'll invite her to mine though.
Yeah, maybe she'll be like, oh, that girl was
Yeah,
obsessed
right.
with me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do The Giver, and that's like, would you say, obviously being Meryl Streep,
Yeah.
does that start the run of you working with like some of the biggest actors of all time?
Yeah, I mean, I think I did a few things when I was younger, when I was still in school, and then I think from The Giver, I went straight to Goosebumps, and I mean, I'm lucky. Like this industry takes so much luck. Truly, it just takes it's like a kismet thing. You have to be obviously you have to work hard, but also you have to be at the right place at the right time. And I think too, it was like a good momentum run. But yeah,
What
it's
was it
crazy.
like when you went back to school and you were just in like big feature films? Like how did the kids at school react to that?
I think in the beginning, I was definitely because I started doing commercials, and I remember I did a commercial for and I didn't tell anyone at first because I was almost a little scared and embarrassed about it. I was the new girl in school too, and I remember kids would sing the song to me of the commercials, and I remember I had a crush on one of the guys, and I did a commercial for Glitter Lava, and I was like, well, I could bring you some. They gave me a lot of free glitter lava.
I got some free samples I can give you.
I think I was annoying about it more than I don't think they cared as much as I did, to be honest.
Because sometimes when you reach a certain point in school, that's kind of when I sort of gave it up a little bit. Whereas I feel like I tried so hard, and then I think I felt like I cared more about my friends at one point and kind of dropped the love for it, and then it sort of came back around now where I'm like, oh fuck, why did I give it up so easily?
You can still go back.
No. I think I've talked too much shit on this podcast for me to be cast in anything at this point. They're like, we can't have her around.
You could be Maria's friend in memory of. I'm gonna pitch this.
Pitch it because here's the thing. I've had a couple of people now tell me that they're gonna pitch me to certain things, and I won't say who because one is still in the works I'm waiting on, and it's a big story.
Yeah.
I can't. Literally not because I cannot talk about it whatsoever.
Yeah.
And it would be fucking insane if it were to happen. It's a totally separate thing. But there was a time where Outer Banks.
Yeah, of course.
So. We took the sign down because we got mad at him.
Oh my God.
I forgot. It used to be I Would Die for John B. Okay, so when Outer Banks first came out, Fran and I were obsessed with it. We had Madeline Klein and Chase Stokes on early days. They didn't they were barely cracking 10,000 followers, that type of thing. It was about to explode, and we were so obsessed. And then it became a thing where I was like, I want to be on the show. Get me on this show.
Yeah.
I promise you I could deliver.
Yeah.
I got the reps in. I've done a lot of classes.
Yeah.
Not a lot of filming. Get me on this show.
Yeah, she's trained.
Yes.
She's classically trained.
Exactly, by Anne Ray Trey. Yes, very mature.
She knows how to have an orgasm with a Clementine.
They need that on Outer Banks.
Exactly.
So they go to do the second season, and I don't get a call. So obviously I'm upset. Then I get it trending on Twitter, hashtag get Rhea on Outer Banks. Trends on Twitter. I'm like, I'm so in there now. They're going to see the demand is there. Show comes out and I'm watching, and there's a part where like they're at a party and like Chase's character ends up with like another girl, and it's like a whole thing. He goes to do an interview about the show, and the girl he did the interview with brought it up to him, and he told her that was supposed to be my role, but like it didn't work out. I said, okay, well, I never got a call or anything. Like it didn't work out because of COVID. Yeah. Well, then why did it work out with that girl?
Why am I sitting by the phone?
And yeah, like
waiting.
I'm waiting for the email to come in.
That's
so
cold.
I've kind of just given up hope, but there is something right now, but I won't talk about it. And when it finally comes out and I didn't get the call, then I'll talk about it.
Yeah, you know what happened to me, and I kind of learned with this industry that you can't talk about things. The first movie I ever got, it was called The Sorcerer's Apprentice with who was it? Nicolas Cage.
Yeah,
and it was a tiny role. It was like one scene. But I was so excited. I didn't just tell my class. I told the entire school. Every person in Midland Park High School knew that I was going to do a movie. And the night before, my mom's like, we didn't know what hair and makeup was. So my mom's doing my hair in rollers because I was like, oh, I have to come like ready. And it's the night before and we get the call that they cut the scene. And my parents were like, it's okay. You don't have to go to school tomorrow.
That's so nice.
It was so nice of them.
Yeah.
And for years later, people were like, when's that movie coming out? I'm like, I don't know.
I don't think it ever came out.
I don't know. Yeah, I think they're still working on it.
They recasted. Yeah, that is true. I feel like you cannot tell anybody anything until it's out there.
Also, you could film a scene and they'll cut you out.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel like that happens.
They can by the way, I did a movie, Odd Life of Timothy Green. I was supposed to have like a side chick on there, or like a side guy, whatever the term is. And they fully just painted him out of the scene.
What?
They just put like a little bit of tree and grass on him. He's fully in a scene that they just...
That's insane.
It's so mean.
It's really mean.
It's so disrespectful.
I feel like there are so many stories now, and especially with like TikTok, more actors and actresses are coming out with stories of being like, by the way, I was in this show. I just got completely cut.
It happens.
Yeah.
Also, this is my first time doing a show. You could be watching it and a whole scene is cut.
Yeah.
Because they have to fit it into an hour, you know, and some commercial breaks, whatever. Like, I get excited for a part. I'm like, okay, well, that's gone.
You're like,
cool.
at least I know I'm a series regular in the show. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you do The Giver, which was huge. And from there, I feel like you did so many cool other movies, Lady Bird being one of them, which was Oscar winning, right? Oscar nominated,
sure. Yeah.
which is so ginormous, directed by Greta Gerwig, who's an iconic director.
Yeah. What
is it like working with someone like Greta Gerwig, who I feel like people just dream of working with her?
Well, at the time, it was a really small movie. A24 wasn't even attached, you know. And I've always been a fan of Greta Gerwig. Like, I loved Frances Ha. I loved Mistress America. Like, I watched all of her interviews. She's so smart and she's so special. And I also love New York, and she does kind of like celebrate a lot. Even though she's from Sacramento, like at the time she was doing a lot of movies kind of romanticizing New York, which I do as well. So I don't know. It was at the time really sick. She had a lot of things that were really special. Like, she would play music in between takes just to get the crew in the right mood. She did something else that was really sweet that I encourage people to do as well. Is this right? And she gave people name tags, because sets are filled with so many crew members, and sometimes you forget people's names. So it was cute that every day people wore name tags. It just made things feel more personal. And I don't know, she was so sweet. And Saoirse is like honestly one of the nicest people I've ever worked with. She talks to everyone. She sits at lunch with everyone. Like, that was it was really fun, but because it was so small, I think I had zero expectations. Truly never thought it would go to the Oscars, never thought it would like break all the box office, whatever, you know, get such high ratings. I was just like, yeah, I live in LA and this is fun, and I'm driving really close to work, and I love Greta, but I never expected it to do what it did. Did
you go to the Oscars?
No. I went to the after party though.
Okay, the Vanity Fair after party. That's
that
what
was
everyone
cool.
wants to go to anyway.
That was sick. That was like just celebrities. You know,
Yeah.
I remember Kobe was there. He won an Oscar that night.
Yes.
And Sacha Baron Cohen, you know, I love Borat. He was there. That was super cool.
That's awesome. Is it
yeah.
still crazy for you to be around such big names, even though you are an actress who was in the movies with them?
Honestly, yeah. To me, especially if I'm a big fan of someone, it's hard for me to like separate the job from, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Their character. If I see someone on a TV show, yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, it's still a big deal.
Crazy because I feel like there are so many. I mean, like now Timothée Chalamet, it's insane. Like,
Yeah, and that was one of his first movies.
yeah,
No one had we had no idea
how big
you know?
that was going to be.
No
I
idea.
think it was just like one of those coming of age people. They relate to them, and then you do. You work with Jennifer Aniston as well. It's like
Yeah.
I feel like it's like name dropping so many of the biggest actors and actresses, but also really cool that you get to learn from being on set with them as well.
Yeah.
Is there
Yeah.
anything that you picked up specifically from any of these people that you work with that you now take with you everywhere?
I think something, you know, Jack Black did that was so cool on the set of Goosebumps was, you know, it was Jack Black and then it was me and Dylan and Ryan. So we're like 3 17-year-olds and then him, and he has this like massive trailer and all these things. And he would like bring us into his trailer to watch things with him. I remember it was the NBA finals. So like, you know, we'd watch games with him. He played basketball with us. He'd go to movies with us. Like that to me is so cool that he is one of the biggest stars in the world. And for him to be that massive and still like, he could have just been like, all right, I'm going to my trailer. I don't need to talk to these kids. Let me just talk to, a lot of people do that, you know?
Yeah.
And the fact that he like didn't lose that side of him that's so nurturing and cool, I think that's a big lesson. And when I work with people that aren't like that, I'm like, guys, like Jack Black is like that. You can all be like that.
I
you
feel
know?
like that's something people would absolutely love to hear about Jack Black because he just gives off that kind of energy that he's like the
exactly
cool
what it seems like.
uncle that
Yeah,
you want to
yeah,
hang
yeah.
out with. So that is just incredible to hear.
Yeah.
It really is so wild. I feel like the resume that you have built for yourself and now to lead up to being in a show with Patrick Dempsey after. I feel like people have been like waiting for Patrick Dempsey to return to like
Yes.
a TV show where they could watch him all the time, and now it's renewed.
Yeah, I know. We got a second season.
Yes, that is so exciting. My parents
Yeah.
are obsessed with the show, by the way. Before they even knew
Really?
you were in it, like they were so excited. And then when they realized it was you, they were like, "Oh my god!" Like one of those, like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we know her.
Yeah,
we knew
yeah.
her," which is so fun.
You guys know how obsessed I am with my dog, and 91% of dog parents say their pup is an important member of their family. And 40% would even say their dog over a human stranger. Safe to say, people are obsessed. And if anyone gets being dog obsessed, it's Ollie. They're relentless about delivering the best food experience for you and your dog, and they give you a way to check in on their health over and over and over again. Ollie has fresh recipes, and they're developed by real chefs and backed by vet nutritionists. They're obsessed with making the best meals with the highest quality ingredients. So from the moment you start your subscription, everything is tailored right to your dog. The meals are perfectly portioned, and you get a pup tainer and scoop for easy storing and serving. And it's so great because you don't just get the food. Through their app, you can actually check in on your dog's health with real vets. Just by uploading a picture, their team can check in on your dog's weight, digestion, teeth, and coat because they're obsessed with making sure your pup is as healthy as can be. They're so important, and you want to give them the absolute best life, which means you should give them the best they can get to eat. So get ready for both you and your pup to be obsessed. Head to ollie.com/chicks. Tell them all about your dog and use code CHICKS to get 60% off your welcome kit when you subscribe today. Plus, they offer an obsession guarantee. If you're not completely obsessed, you'll get your money back. That's OLLIE.com/chicks and enter code CHICKS to get 60% off your first box. Ollie, feed the obsession.
I wanted to ask about, you worked with Ray Liotta right before his passing, which was so insane, but also an incredible experience and moment to have with him before that.
Yeah. I mean, I have to say the same about him. Like, I didn't work with him so much, but when he came, we shot the movie in the Dominican Republic. And like when he came, we go to dinners. He was so sweet, didn't feel like this huge movie star that he is. Another thing that I remember him doing was, this happens quite often where when you film an actor's coverage, you know, you film close-up and then you film your close-up. And when their close-up gets filmed, a lot of the times they give it 100% and then it turns on you and it's like, you know, you feel a little bit of a difference. I'm telling you, I feel like he gave me more on my close-up. Like, he was so humble and so sweet, and I like, for me, it's just an honor. You know, it was really an honor. It was such an honor also to work with Eric. Like, I was, I don't know, 23, 24, just a surreal experience, and two men that were so sweet. And I'm very fortunate.
Yeah.
You know?
Really just iconic, honestly. And just like being able to cherish those memories and take them with you going forward on your future projects is just incredible to have.
Yeah.
Is there anything, you know, you're working on TV now. Do you have a desire to go back to movies? I mean, we have Corporate Retreat coming out, which is horror.
Yeah, that's a horror, comedy, satire.
What's the difference between doing like horror versus anything else? Because I feel like we hear how different it is. We just had Camilla Moroni on, and she was talking about it's just like so different sometimes.
It's, you know, I'm a scary cat. Like, I don't watch horror movies. And this movie is so gory that genuinely when I was reading I couldn't even read the scene, you know? Like, and this movie, we did a lot of practical things. So, I guess it's just different in the sense, like, if you're into that stuff, it can be really exciting. If you're like me and you're scared, it can genuinely, like, I don't know. It's kind of surreal that, you know, to see you and your co-stars, like, all bloodied up or cut up or whatever it is. Yeah, I mean, I was pretty affected by that. And then it's also, you have to save your voice. It's a lot of screaming.
Honestly, you know, even though being affected, I'm sure it like comes into play when you go home at night and like you have to actually be with yourself, right? Like, that's a weird aspect to kind of differentiate the two.
Yeah.
But does it help a little bit more getting into the character because you genuinely are freaked out by it?
Well, my character was supposed to be strong.
Yeah. So you're like, actually, no.
Actually, the opposite. Yeah, I don't know. So what was the question exactly?
Like being able to differentiate going home versus being in it. Like, is it a weird feeling when you're filming horror? Like when you're like alone at night?
Yeah, I mean, what was nice is we did a lot of night shoots. So I'm a night owl, so it's perfect. Like, a lot of the times, you know, you end up you get to sleep during the day. And this actually happened to me where, you know, I had all this blood on me. It was 7 a.m. I'm like, I'm going to go home like this. I'm going to take a shower. I don't want to take it off here. And I got pulled over because I had all this blood on me.
And
he was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm doing a movie." And he's like, "Are you sure? Are you okay?" I was like, "It's fake blood. Do you want to touch it?" He's like, "No."
Are you still like actively auditioning for things constantly, or now that you know that you're filming Memory of a Killer, you kind of take it easy? Like, what's the day-to-day now like as a working actor?
Well, when you do a show, you're kind of like, you're in contract and you have to block out a certain amount of time. So yeah, I am still going out for stuff if it's something I can do in the hiatus, you know, but I've never really had that where I've known like, okay, 6 months out of the year I'm doing this, which is cool. It's actually pretty relaxing. It's like a pretty relaxing feeling, because that's something as an actor, you do something and then it's like, oh my God, what am I going to do next? You know?
Right. I did see somebody recently, and now I'm blanking on her name, but she is like a known actress, and now I feel like an asshole that I'm blanking on her name, but she made a video being like, I'm so tired of getting to the end and it being between me and somebody else and it going to somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
And there were a lot of comments. I think even Kerry Washington commented, being like, I've been there. It is so frustrating. Have you been in those positions before where you've been told like, oh, it's between you and somebody else, and then it goes to a different person?
Of course. And that's also a skill in and of itself, because I used to get so excited. Like, if I knew it was filming in Vancouver, I'm looking like hotels up, you know, I'm like, I could be, because it could change, these things can change your life. But I feel like, I truly feel this, that the things I didn't get, they weren't meant for me. Even if they did well, I'll watch the movie and I'm like, no, this person's better. This person was meant to have this role, you know, and you kind of, it's out of your control. So you can't get too excited. You have to look at it as like, take the good out. Like very flattering that I got close. But until you're on set, until it comes out genuinely, you know,
You can't
it's
get
not
excited.
yours. Yeah.
Is there anything major that you would feel comfortable talking about that you auditioned for that you didn't get? Because I feel like there's got to be a ton.
So many things. I've auditioned for so many things. Let me think.
I feel like as you're thinking, the first movie audition I ever had, and I know that you auditioned for it too, was Salt. And it was Angelina Jolie to play young Angelina Jolie.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
even
you
remember
definitely
that.
should have gotten that.
Thank you.
You know, because I feel like I remember whoever was casted
I look like her more.
way more.
Oh, there was a movie where I was so close to it to play young Mila Kunis.
Okay.
Which is like the most, you know, the person I'm most compared to.
Most,
I'm
all
like,
the
how
time.
did I fail this? I had one job.
You had one job, because that was a thing I feel like when you first start coming up that people were
Yeah.
like, holy shit, she
People
looks...
still do it.
Yeah.
People still do it.
You do, definitely. I
Yeah.
mean, I've never seen her in person, but I feel like obviously the similarities are there.
That
do you
I
remember
get
what
all
movie
the time.
it was? I feel
It
like
was something for Netflix, and the girl who got it was really good. Mm-hmm. She was really good. I think I look like her more, but whatever.
You look more like her.
I think but it's like a vibe. I think she did a better job with maybe what they were looking for, you know? But I was like, really? This one? Like, I thought I had that in the bag, you know?
I was telling you right before we started that watching Marty Supreme that I thought that you definitely would have auditioned for the role that Odessa played.
I didn't, but also she's incredible.
Yeah, so good.
I feel like no one could do it like her in that role.
Like,
you know?
I guess that's what you're saying though, when it turns out that somebody gets something, it's like that role was meant for them.
Yeah, then you see the way they did it and you remember the way you did it and you're like, no, it's just they got the character better, their interpretation. Sometimes it's just like you are that person too, you know?
Have you ever left an audition or have been in an audition where they were like, you just fucking bombed that? Like, that was terrible.
Oh my God, not in a long time. I think if you maybe don't hear anything,
Yeah.
but
That was like me. I never heard anything.
Yeah. You got ghosted.
Yeah, no, every time I was ghosted.
Yeah.
No, there was one that I got close to, it was called Trust. And that was
Okay.
directed by David Schwimmer and
Oh, that's sick.
Liana Liberato, I think was her name, the girl who
she's
got
great.
it. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
great. And I was really young compared to the person to her who got it. We might only have a couple year difference now, but when I auditioned, I think I was maybe like 11, and it was like a girl who meets someone online and ends up, you know, the guys.
I know what you're talking. Did I audition for that too?
You probably did.
Yeah.
But
I think I know it. I think I know what you're talking about.
I remember getting close on that, and then it was kind of like, all right, you're like too young to be like online and like going to the mall by yourself.
Yeah.
'Cause I was
and
like,
is like, I beg to differ.
yeah. And it's like, no,
she
she's
could be a lady of the night.
yeah, let
at
me tell
this
you,
point.
she's grown.
She's a
That
grown
really
woman.
was wild though. Like, we showed up to an apartment on the Upper West Side in a living room.
Yeah.
And it was kind of the same thing over and over again. You know,
But there was like beautiful moments that didn't really have. It was therapy.
It
I remember a girl
was.
came out in our
Yes,
class. Like,
yes,
it was
I
also an
remember,
escape
yeah.
because so many people weren't professional actors. Some people worked in construction and would come in and like fucking kill and do such an amazing job. And one of the parts of class was sitting in a circle and like talking about things like that make you cry or saying a positive thing about someone. It wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, she really had us pour our hearts out. And for me, I lived in a small town, New Jersey. Nobody was acting. And for me, it was like, I have this little community that's so special where it's like, we're all a little weird, you know, we have our outlet, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's like you said, like it was getting deeper at an age that, you know, where you're from, small town New Jersey, like being from Long Island, and then like being able to meet people that are different from you. I feel like at that age was really important. And like you said, like there were deep things that came out of that class. But I remember one day we went around and we did the like, what's a word that upsets you? And I just like couldn't think of anything that day because I was like, I'm having a pretty good, like I was literally 13. I'm like, I'm having a pretty good day. And I said, and I remember like a boy in school, like maybe said like I was a failure or something, like as a joke or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. But I was like, oh, fuck, what do I say? And we got to me and I was like, failure, like is the deep word that and I remember Anne being like, a boy in your class called you a failure. You're 13. And I was like, how do I come up with a deeper story right now of why this word failure affects me? Like, I really wasn't. I just like couldn't think of anything at the time. Yeah. Meanwhile, people were sharing so many deeper.
Well, everyone was like 45.
Yeah, no,
people were like, I had an abortion last week.
Yeah, like it was deep shit.
Like, my lunch wasn't good.
Yeah, like I was like, I don't know, this 13-year-old kid said I was a failure because I was bad in gym class. Like, it was deep, but it was kind of
fast.
Yeah, we did, and it was kind of like the same recipe. But I've talked about this. We had Kenny Ortega on, who was director of High School Musical, Cheetah Girls, the whole thing, and I talked about this with him a little bit. Where like, it actually was such a welcoming place because I remember at the time my dad had like lost his job for a little bit, and like my parents kind of like said to Anne like, hey, we can't really afford like coming to class anymore, and she let me come for free.
Oh, I didn't pay for like a year.
Yeah, like like that's the kind of woman that she was. Even though we talk about the weird stories, she was like, no, keep coming, like it's okay, like you can't afford it, but like you can keep coming, which is like giving a place for young kids to come together and do that is really cool, even though a lot of it was.
She used to teach at LaGuardia, right?
Yeah, I think
or something like that.
Because then, you know, her sons and all that, which, you know, there's been some TMZ articles that we won't get into.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they got into some. I think Devin maybe got into some trouble at some point.
Oh,
you know, the guy from Home Alone.
Yeah, of course. Well, she always does. Yeah. It
was like my son was in Home Alone, so obviously.
Nice to meet you. My son was in Home Alone.
Yeah, like obviously.
I just said, how are you?
Yeah, that was it. Like we barely saw him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. I'm so excited for you. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
Is there a dream role that you kind of like want to manifest out there that's maybe like a movie or somebody that you would want to work with that you haven't yet, even though the list is pretty stacked right now?
Yeah, I want to do more comedy. I would love to work with Seth Rogen.
Oh my God.
Like, I grew up on him.
Yeah.
Even The Studio is, have you seen it?
Love.
I
Studio's
think
so
about
good.
those last 2 episodes all the time.
I can't wait for that show to come back. And I feel like Catherine O'Hara, obviously very sad, but I feel like they're going to do her justice, and Seth Rogen, the way that he spoke about her was beautiful. That would be so good. I feel like that's such a good pairing. I'm rooting for that for you. I feel like
thank you.
I feel like that would be amazing. So you want to get more into the comedy.
I just want to see what it feels like. You know, I've done such, especially Memories, like so heavy, you know, and I want to see what it feels like. Even I'll watch videos behind the scenes of like Judd Apatow or Seth Rogen. I would love to know what it feels like to have a director yell from the monitor to give you improv lines. I would love to know what it feels like to like break in a scene, you know, break out laughing, just to see how it feels to come home to, you know, after laughing all day.
Right.
I want to feel that. That's like the next thing that I would love to do. Either I grew up on like Knocked Up, you know, Super Bad. This Is the End.
All
like
the great comedies that now
we're make them like that anymore.
We're yearning for it.
I know they really
Step
don't.
Brothers, The Hangover, like the Anchorman. It was such a time.
It was an amazing time, and I wonder too, if it's because like we're so entertained by social media, and those movies are pure entertainment, like nonstop laughs. And I wonder now if people are like seeking that less. You know what I mean? I don't know why that's happening. Because there's talented people out there.
Right. And it's one of those things that it comes back around though. Because now people are having those conversations again where it's like, well, we need to get back to those spots.
Yeah.
I just went to the movies yesterday and saw the drama. And
so
coming attractions was Seth Rogen and Olivia Wilde, The Invites, an A24 film.
Okay, cool.
And that looks really cool too.
Yeah.
Love Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen. He loves reality TV, and he remember Noah when he followed me on Twitter, and I was so hyped because it was about Summer House.
That's such a flex.
It was a flex, and then we went to LA and we bought his weed, and I was like tweeting at him, but he never answered. But I was like, okay, he followed though.
You know what else he has that's really cool? He has like a weed accessory line.
Yeah,
that's so sick. Like I got my best friend, because she likes weed, I got her like a ashtray table. And they're so sick.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, a pro at that.
Yeah. And I think he like makes them, designs himself. He has like a director's chair that has an ashtray and like a big cup thing. Like really sick stuff.
Because he like sculpts. I think that he's like pottery, right?
No, I know this too.
He does like the whole like
Yeah, the
into it
pottery.
during COVID.
Yeah.
I know all about it.
Yeah.
What is it called? Houseplant.
Houseplant, is
Yes.
it? Yeah. Well, remember we were so pissed because it was so locked up. We were like,
Oh,
this
yeah.
shit's. It was
It's a
so hard to open.
What
that
are you
is,
talking
like-
about?
His
The
weed, it was so hard to open. It was driving us nuts. I think that's what I tweeted at him, and obviously, he
Yeah,
How
wasn't
do
gonna
I
respond to
open
that.
this? At Seth
Yeah.
Rogen, can you help me open this?
Right. I think that's what it was, and he was probably like, "Okay, this girl's annoying. I want her to talk about Summer House."
This girl is weak.
Yeah, she's actually just weak.
Yeah.
Do you watch any reality TV at all?
Yes. What do is Love on the Spectrum?
Yeah,
reality
that's
TV?
reality TV.
I love that. I love that show so
See,
much. I cry in every episode.
We always get people who watch like the Netflix reality. Like
Yeah.
when Camilla was here, she was like, "Am I like a noob because I only watch the Netflix ones?" We were like, "Yeah, you got to get into Bravo." You know,
Where do I watch Bravo?
Peacock.
I don't have Peacock.
need my-
your
login?
account. You know what I watched? No, you know what I watched last summer that was really good? Love Island.
Oh, the best.
That was good. And
we went. We
What do you
went
mean
to,
you went?
We went to Fiji. We were on After Sun. No big deal.
you did?
Yes.
What is? I don't know how to watch the like spinoff. I'm
It's
very
on Peacock.
curious. Okay,
I'm gonna
okay.
send you my login.
I need
because,
the
wow,
login. There's too many things.
I have
don't-
everything.
You have everything.
Well, we have, you know,
What do you watch? Housewives?
some Housewives. Housewives of Rhode Island's new, very good. Summer House is huge.
I don't know what that is.
Summer House is on Bravo. It's like
Okay.
they just go to a house in the Hamptons every summer, and they all like.
There's a lot
bang
of
each
drama with
other.
it. I've been
Yeah.
seeing you guys post it, but I have no idea what it means or what's happening.
People are fucking exes and stuff.
Oh,
It's
is
like-
that what happened?
Yeah, a lot of
I
drama
was
with it.
confused. I'm like, who are these people?
Yeah.
And what's happening? But
My-
it seems serious.
It is. It's serious if you
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
the show. It's serious. But
Okay,
Love
it's a
Island's
big
the best
deal.
of the best.
That's the best. Love is Blind.
Love is Blind's always good.
Yeah, I've heard this season is really good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that
This one was really good. You know what's funny with Love is Blind? Like, the people that go on that show have so many people watching it. Like, you
Yeah.
watch any interview of any famous person ever, and they're like, yeah, I watched Love is Blind. But then
Yeah,
the
yeah.
people from the show don't become that famous. You know, it
I
kind of
think
like, it's not like Love
but
Island.
they're not trying to.
They-
Love is Blind is like the most normal, but no, I feel like it's people that like live in, small towns and they all have
Yeah.
like finance jobs.
Right,
they're-
and they kind of just go back. Some of them are trying to make it and it just doesn't
Yeah,
hit. You know,
it doesn't hit, 'cause
Not like Love Island.
Well, Love Island is so like shock value. It's like the Mamacita thing. Like they
Yes.
try to say stuff that's very
Like memes.
exactly like TikTok sounds.
Yeah.
Versus to me, Love is Blind feels more genuine in the
Yeah.
sense of like,
Except
you know.
like they don't see each other and then they do and they're like, ew.
yeah. Do those couples make it?
Some of them are like married and have kids.
That's
but
beautiful.
this past season,
No one made it. Spoiler.
no.
Oh,
No,
it
it's
was
over
rough?
now. This one was a rough one.
The one before wasn't.
The guys were just huge assholes. Like they
Yeah.
really were gross.
Life is all about choices, like deciding what new social trends to try out, which celebrity gossip to believe or not, or if that hot new show is worth a stream or a skip. At State Farm, their goal is to help you make decisions that you feel good about. And when it comes to choosing coverage, you can feel the same. That's why with the State Farm Personal Price Plan, you can choose the right amount of coverage to help create an affordable price, so you can get back to Friday movie nights with all your friends. Talk to a State Farm agent today to learn how you can choose to bundle and save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
But wait, you mentioned directing for a moment. You
Yeah.
are a director yourself.
Yeah.
How exciting is that?
I mean, that's what I grew up doing because I have 4 younger brothers and
So you're the only girl.
I'm the only girl. I have 2 older brothers too. I have 6 brothers.
6 brothers?
Yes, I have 6 brothers. And when they were younger and I could kind of like force them to do stuff, now they grew up and they're into sports now and I can't dress them up as girls. But like growing up, I'm like, okay, now we're doing a play. Now we're doing a movie. I just found my old iPad actually and I would like, that was pretty good. I would direct them in a lot of stuff and like the editing was really nice. But I started off, before I was professionally acting, I was making movies or writing plays. And I directed a short when I was 18, and I've directed music videos. And I've been so busy with acting, but I want to make a feature, but it has to be really good.
Yeah.
So I don't have ideas right now.
Right. That is so cool. And I feel like it's something I'm interested in more too, is more like the writing and directing aspect of doing a movie, TV show. We're seeing so many adaptations, right? Of like books or even just like people who do podcasts. Like we're seeing Jake Shane has a show on Hulu. We got Hannah and Paige from Giggly Squad getting a show on Netflix. And I'm like
but these are the celebrities.
Right. And
you
it's
know
like,
what I mean?
If you know the right people and have the right connections, I feel like you can get something made, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I feel like now it's just about eyeballs and it's about what gets attention.
Right.
These podcasts get more attention sometimes than like a limited series, you know? And then everybody knows the people from these vertical shows or these podcasts. So, and I feel like if you are able to be entertaining enough to hold your own podcast, like Jake Shane, like he's funny enough, then you're talented enough to be a comedic actor. You know what I mean? Or if you're like a big YouTuber that you're good at editing, you're good at storytelling, it's kind of the same, it's a similar skill set.
Right,
know?
because you are kind of putting on, not a character, but you have to get in the zone of like when you are recording, you're very real. I mean, I get on the show sometimes and I'm like, I'm fucking tired and I have my period and I'm in a bad mood.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of times where you could be having a bad day, but you come in and you're like, I'm going to be
have to be
entertaining.
on.
I'm going to put on a show right now. I always joke that being a podcast host is the best of both worlds because we do like live shows where we get on stage and I'm like, I don't have the pressure of being a comedian, but I get up there and I say a lot of jokes and people laugh and that's great. But they're not expecting it so much because I don't brand myself as a comedian. If you brand yourself as a comedian,
that's rough.
It's a lot of pressure.
Exactly.
It's so much pressure to like actually be funny.
Yeah.
When you're a podcast host and you just happen to be funny, then it's like, oh my God, you could do anything.
Yeah, exactly. Because with comedy, it's like, it's black or white. It's like you made them laugh or you didn't make them laugh, you know?
And that's like can be really uncomfortable when you like say something in front of a crowd and they don't
terrifying
laugh and you're
terrifying.
Like, and then you feel like you have to explain it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Okay, wait.
And that makes it worse.
Oh, it makes it so much worse.
Yeah.
I do that on here too, where I'm like, sometimes
we can edit it out.
A lot. I cut it out a lot, but sometimes I feel like I want to get something out there and I say, like, I'm just kidding because I'm afraid because sometimes. You get nervous that people aren't going to get that you're kidding. And then, you say, and then it kind of ruins the joke. And I'm like, I just ruined my own thing. Yeah. You know?
Well, you can cut it maybe.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're real here. That's what you said about the podcast, you know? It's all genuine stuff. But I'm so excited for you. And I love following along. It's so funny because we haven't seen each other since we were 14.
Yeah.
But I'm always bragging about you and oh
That's
my God,
so
we were in class
sweet.
together and everything.
And you haven't changed.
Oh my God.
Yes. You didn't let it get to your head.
Oh my God, thanks. You too.
Thank you.
Yeah, this ginormous podcast
is,
really
girl.
got to me.
It is. By the way, it is. I see all the guests you have on and I see
thanks.
it's not just that, it's like what's so difficult is like the consistency.
Yeah, we've
these
been
days
doing
to
it.
not fall off. That's
It is hard. And when we started the podcast, it was so funny because Fran and I were like, everyone has a podcast, but that was in 2017. Now everyone has a podcast, literally.
Yeah.
But then it actually wasn't. So, you know, and we've only done more and more as years go on. So,
are you guys friends?
Yeah, that's so funny. People always ask us. We're literally best friends.
So you started it?
No, but we started working here.
Okay, that's what I meant.
Fran came in like 6 months after me, and we were like two of the only girls.
Yeah.
And we kind of just like bonded over our love of like pop culture and whatever. And we ended up making like just 1 minute clips on Instagram, like Chicks in the Office.
Right.
And then it turned into a radio show and a Snapchat show and the podcast. And then we went from, during COVID, we went from, I think it was 1 or 2 times a week to 3 times a week. And now it's so funny because we actually had one of our live show guests, Ashley Hesseltine. I always say Ashley Hess, and
I think Hesseltine is correct.
From Girls Gotta Eat. She does a huge podcast as well.
Okay.
And she was a special guest and she looked at me and Fran goes, are you guys like actually friends? And we're like, no, we're literally best friends. Like it's so funny because there's so much like drama now. Like, you know, like people think
the podcast world.
The podcast world is we got falling outs and a lot of TikTok drama.
I mean, it's a business too.
It is,
you know
and
what
we
I mean?
do technically like Chicks in the Office is a part of Barstool, but Dave always tells us to run Chicks in the Office as if we're running our own business. So we do basically run a business together, but like we work very similarly, and it's all about, we always say it's all about having the same morals and value and all those things. And like, we just, even though our personalities are so different at times, or a lot of times, we are like, have the same, you know.
Well, that's good if you're a little different.
Oh, we are,
because then you'll clash.
Yeah.
But is that hard to, because you said you guys are best friends, so are you hanging out all the time and working all the time?
We spend a lot of work time together because it seems like we're always at work, honestly. What would you like? I feel like Fran and I, we hang out a lot with like our husbands.
Oh, you're both married?
Yes.
Okay.
And so we'll do like, if we're hanging out outside of work, it's like double dates. Or
and they're friends, your husband's
Yeah, and we'll go like on
cute.
vacation together.
Yeah.
And, like we literally do spend like like people are like, you're spending your time off like together. Not all the time, but we do a lot of work. You know, we'll like go to work parties or whatever. But it is funny. Then I go out with Noah all the time too, and we have our own little group as well.
Honestly, that's great. The fact that you can like.
You get to talk about it on the podcast afterwards. So.
Yeah.
That's how it is being on set, by the way. Like if you're working on the corporate retreat, let's say, like we're all the same age, we're all genuinely became friends, and that's like the best part, to go home and like talk shit about what happened. You know?
And that's how it is here at Barstool. And right now they're doing like a reality show. They did in the summer.
Oh, really?
And it was like Summer House. Now they're doing spring break. So a bunch of like people who work here are in Vegas together. And basically the point is like hook up, fight, the whole thing.
Okay.
But like they're pulling the whole like, we're a family dynamic right now. And my boss is like, no, I want you guys to fight with each other. Like, this is a reality show. Like, we need the juice. So
That's messy.
It is. Oh, yeah. This place can be messy. Like
I didn't realize.
I don't
know how this works.
Yeah, it's juicy.
It is.
I'm so excited for you, though. And I'm so excited for Memory of a Killer being renewed. My parents are going to be hyped about that.
Tell them I say hi.
I will. My mom's going to be like, I want that cigarette back, Odeya.
I will buy her a pack. I can afford it now.
Yeah. But what about Peacock?
That's more principle.
You know what the thing is? They keep upping it.
That's the problem. They keep getting me. And then it's like, because my whole I don't know if this is you, but I supply the family Netflix and the family
Well, they're like,
Hulu.
she's in the movies.
Exactly.
She's supplying the streaming services.
Exactly. So it's just like, it's too much. Someone else needs to pick up the slack.
Yeah, one of your 6 brothers.
Exactly. One of them does the Spotify.
That's fair.
But someone else needs to do the Peacock.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
And if not, I'll give you my login. Don't worry.
Thank you. I'll text you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Odeya, thank you so much. Everybody
thank you.
stream Memory of a Killer on Hulu. So fun. And watch Corporate Retreat. When does it come out?
May 22nd.
Amazing.
In theaters. Yeah.
In theaters. So fun. Me and Noah were just talking about going to the movies. Whole other experience. Really adds an amazing element to it.
You have to.
You have to do it.
Forget.
Exactly. All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Yay.
Yay. All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Thank you so much for watching and listening. We love you guys so very much, and we'll talk to you on Friday.
Yeah, Chicks in the Office, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Look at the charts, who does it the best? 2 chicks getting paid in reality checks.